was a quick break. You didn't see us go.
Oh man, we had to get the next round going apparently.
We got another round. We got a fourth round. And good news, guys, we may potentially have a fifth. So on the left we have Sammy playing a WoL deck, and on the right we have Dale playing a WoL deck.
Yeah, Wall Pile versus Warriors of Light.
So,
yeah.
due to how the tiebreakers have gone, if Dale wins this game, we will be going to a round 5. So if you want another round, you root for Dale. And if you want 4 rounds, you're still rooting for Dale because no one roots for Sammy.
Mate, I do kind of want to go home to bed, so... But I can't bring myself to... Come on, Dale,
This session
let's
never
go.
ends. Sammy's a good player, and that's not a wall card. That's a Soiree.
But it's a Wall Pile.
Oh no.
Oh, the humanities. Let's get the Amber up on stream.
Hands up who's surprised. Amber search Lexa pass.
I mean, does Sammy play any other decks?
No.
I don't think I've ever seen him play anything else. He'll say that he's been on stream and played like Ice Lightning, but I don't believe that. Not even for a minute.
Not even for a minute. I mean, what football team? He's a Man United fan. Nah.
Football fans. Bleh.
So, what's Dale got here? No, do you know what? Actually, credit to Dale. This is a proper Warriors of Light deck because I see Sarah FFL in there.
Yeah, that's some old school Warrior of Light stuff right there.
And you know, I've always liked Sarah FFL. So that is a throwback.
That's a Warrior
That's
of Light.
retro. I'm pretty sure I saw that in the record store the other day. But this, do you know what? I say that. This was still actually not bad because obviously it flips and it grabs one on entry, and then I believe it plays a 3 or less onto the field when it dies.
Well, when I find it, we'll find out. There we go.
Yep, play a Job Warrior of Light across 3 or left into prison, and there is already a Refure in there, and it's the Refure from last set, the set before?
I believe so, but I mean, again, Wall Pile is, as we know, dangerous when it gets to 4 element backups, and Dale is sitting on none. And there's the Elvis straight off the bat.
He gets a Refure, but that's still not the nicest thing. Elvis getting value is a bad sign.
Yeah.
Now, what I don't get is, obviously we saw Dale had Sarah FFL in his hand. Why didn't he play it turn 1?
Your guess would be as good as mine. If he wins, we'll ask him.
It is a backup, and it searches 2 walls.
It does.
I'm just saying.
And now he's discarded it as well.
Well, he's got the Kryl, so life is a bit easier now. And Kryl is going to add back a Mist Dragon.
Summon or a 5 is the options, right?
Yes. If you could give one deck, we got a question coming in the chat. If you could give one deck, archetype or colour a buff, what would you pick? Question mark, question mark, question mark.
Easy. Cadets, give him a colour fixer.
Yes, please. Give cadets a Shinju.
Yeah, that's that. I've been clambering for a cadet colour fixer for ages. My only other option, and this will be a shock to no one, is give monks a 2-drop forward that's playable that isn't Sophie. That is also Earth, that isn't Fire.
You know what? I just ordered 3 full art aces on the interwebs, so I'm stocking up ready for...
How much did that set you back?
Not that much, actually.
Oh, okay.
So here we go. We're grabbing an Une. An Une has been a card that is pretty meta staple at this point.
It's slow in regards to getting back the summons, but when you're getting the bounce effects, setting Dale back here, that bit when he's only got 1 forward, 1 backup is going to hurt.
It's going to hurt a lot. I mean, when I think of Une, I think of Connor and the decks he tends to pull out. So, I mean, it got him his 0 spots. Une in the Water Earth Summon Una heavy deck, which was good. And for a lot of the players that played it, unfavoured it very quickly, and I've never played the deck, but I was surprised by that because it seemed very robust.
Yeah, it was one of those ones for me as well that I started off when I was playing Soiree before Materia Cup, and Une was a staple of it then pretty early into the set, and it felt a bit too heavy. It felt a bit too cost dependent. Yes, you can remove the summons, but it just never felt like the right thing to do when you want to get those summons back.
Well, there you go. Sam's dropped the Thord, and he is now the master of all 4 elements. If only he could vanish when the world needed him most.
Yeah, well...
Hey, the live action's coming out soon. Can't wait for that. So we have a bash. We take, I believe that was a Toto, if I caught it for a brief glimpse of a second.
Yeah, I got nothing on that one. But what are we searching here? What is the big wall payoff?
Tyro. Makes sense. You're behind in backups, you need to keep up.
The thing is, it's going to feel real bad when you pay 5 for that Tyro and then you immediately get Unade the next turn.
Not to mention taking the Tyro as damage is a bit of a slap in the face at the same time.
It's hard to ever be punished when you're running out the amount of EX bursts that Wall Pile actually does. So
it's Sammy's crutch. He's got to rely on it.
Yeah.
But he's mastered all 4 elements. He's got all 4 backups. I would not be surprised to see Wall in the next... Oh, for God's sake.
What?
Hit an Amber.
Of course he did.
Stop playing EX's Sammy. We are sick to death of it.
I don't know if I agree with the taking the Elvis out of the deck.
Yeah, no, that's a bit sussy because that's another EX burst he could hit.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm assuming he needs the CP.
So what we got going on? Ice summons would be lovely. Okay, so that's, I'm guessing, what you want to see is some improvement.
A nice card that interacts with the break zone. There's Edward?
Yeah.
Edward's.
Every element now has a some sort of card that interacts with the break zone, except for water, I believe. So Wind has the Typhon.
Yes, it does. Yeah, Fire's got Demon, Ice has got Edward, Wind's got the Typhon, Earth has got a bajillion.
Everything, yeah, just name a card.
Lightning has Alba, is the one that comes, and X-Death, obviously. Soul.
We don't want Sammy to win this though, because wait, no, we kind of do. I want to go home to bed. It's late. I'm past my bedtime.
That's it. If you want a round 5, you're rooting for Dale. And if you're not rooting for a round 5, you want Amber, Elvis, Tyro, EX bursts.
Yeah.
Throw a Thornton in there for good measure.
Now, does Sammy have the Warrior of Light?
I would expect he does with that amount of cards in hand. He's got a card
He has
of some description.
Yeah, he has many cards. And we know he still has the Une. He's already gotten rid of one of his Cecils by the looks of things in the break zone.
He's taking his time about it.
Oh,
But then
Steve calling out a potential early finish for having XO. But, well, you know, Steve, like, this place does have to close, and we can't stay too late, so...
I got a tax form to fill out. Right, that's the Leviathan.
That's very adult sounding of you. This is going to be the Une.
Yeah. So we bounce, probably... I mean... This is an interesting call. I mean, the Tyro probably makes the most sense, and Nerefia probably makes the most sense. Like, I've never been one for bouncing backup, so I don't know what it feels like to bounce. He's going for the Cryo.
Yeah, I mean, both... Picking the Kral is probably not a bad option here, because you're still going to have to discard 2 to replay it. But you're still going to get a card back off for it anyway.
I mean, Dale has a hand now, but so does Sammy. And Dale now has to deal with this Une, otherwise I see some summons in the break, so that Une is going to start getting some value. And if nothing else, adding Ami or Miss Dragon back to hand is really going to shape this game, because I reckon Dale loses hard to Ami.
Didn't Dale get back a Miss Dragon though?
He did, it's still in his hand.
And he still has an Ami of his own. So he's probably sitting alright here. Like, he can wait for the tap effect to go off and then Miss Dragon, you know, that'd be quite nice to see. But I do believe Sammy does have a Miss Dragon of his own in hand.
Yeah. Miss Dragon cancels Miss Dragon.
Oh, he's thinking of getting rid of the Miss Dragon he's got in his hand.
Discard 2 for the Cryo, add the Miss Dragon back to hand. Probably is the most sensible line of play. Yep.
If he doesn't pick the Miss Dragon here...
And he's discarding it.
No, Dale, what are you doing?
He's doing something.
Yeah, no, there's a response.
Ami.
He really Ami.
Whoa.
Wow.
Is he Ami in the cryo?
He is Ami in the cryo.
Whoa, Sammy. That's a new one. Do you know, I respect the balls to do that. I don't know whether it was the right decision or not, but...
I mean... Like, I suppose it stops. You've just seen your opponent discard a Mist Dragon that you know you want to keep your break zone safe. It's probably not a bad shout when you can just tap that Une and get that Amaterasu back.
I feel like I've just witnessed the birth of Jesus. I did not expect that to happen. Oh, that was bold.
Well, let's see if it pays off here, Con.
Hey. Who says the jokes are dead? So, that all being said, he did Ami the Cryo, and this leaves Dale in a bit of a tricky situation. He doesn't really have a follow-up play, bar this Soul, but I think it makes more sense to leave the Tyro up, because obviously Tyro can tap for fire, and he can keep that Ami live.
Yeah, I mean...
Or we just discard the Ami anyway.
Going in with a Raffia.
And a Soul. So what does this Soul do? What does this Raffia do?
So many cards, so little time.
Let's see what Dale's cooking. Let him cook.
Yes, let the man cook.
He has 3 Warriors of Light. So, at the beginning of this activation, activate all Warriors of Light. When 4 activated, draw a card. Dull 4 Warriors of Light, put at the bottom or top of those. It's not bad, but he hasn't got 4.
No. And Sol...
is a fairly mediocre beer, but this Soul, if you control a Warrior of Light and the Soul gets haste when Soul forms a party, search for a wall. So he's partied up with the Bash to search a Warrior of Light. So this is where he's getting his 4th Warrior from. Okay, I see the logic. And there's the Luneth, and this Luneth constantly gets harped on because it is the only fire backup that is a Warrior of Light. Name clashes, be damned.
No way.
Oh, no.
This deck is just ridiculous.
I got the Seinfeld theme tune playing in my head.
Mate, that is absolutely brutal. Sammy continuing to go unpunished due to the amount of EXs that he has here. No wonder he loves this deck so much, because his damage zone just does whatever it wants for him.
There's nothing more to say, he's just the greatest player ever.
Well, I mean, it seems fine when he can damage himself and not hit an EX burst. Probably a misplay there, Sammy. Sorry, mate. So...
That's a Faris. That's a Furion.
Dale making it for another attempt here.
Dale needs to just slow down. Alright, Sammy is netted way too much advantage off the EX bursts.
Yeah.
First things first, he needs to play that Luneth because that's another Warrior of Light name that I'm assuming he needs for later purposes.
The problem you got is you can't ever deal. So we're going with the Brynhilde, trying to stop the party attack happening.
It's not good because he can block and just kill the Bash as well. Or he's... Is Sammy going to take the damage or is he going to block? No, he's just killing it.
The thing is as well, so I've seen Sammy do it before. He'll obviously use the Cecil as well when he needs to, from probably playing the Wind Cecil into a Warrior of Light, which is just nasty. You know?
There you go. Une grabs back the Mist Dragon.
Yeah, as we predicted.
This Une is going to be a real problem now.
Yeah, I think, to be honest, at this point, Dale needs just a Shantotto if he has one.
He needs a miracle if he can find one. What I would like to see is Une add back the Brynhilde, and then next turn cast the Brynhilde, Une it back, cast again, kill a forward, draw 2.
That would be pretty nice.
Alternatively, grabbing Amis is never a bad thing.
Yeah, it would feel like a bit of a nail in the coffin if he does get back the Ami, right? Because that pretty much stops anything that Dale's then going to do.
Mm-hmm. So there's the Thornton. Shame he didn't take it as an EX burst.
He probably just didn't arrange the deck properly, you know.
So another 6, a 7, an 8, a 7.
Oh,
The
okay.
demon. So I'm assuming this is remove the break zone, kill the bash.
Yeah, I mean, why would you not? There's a huge chunk of cards there. And now we can just swing away.
That's a Mist Dragon.
And is he going in with the Une?
He's spinning his deck round. I think that's a Luneth again, another copy.
So we're not getting another summon.
And he's just drawn a... No, Bash is not the worst draw in this
The
situation.
Shantato is better though.
That's a pretty good Toto. Do it. Do it.
Give in to the dark side.
I'm pretty sure that's... is that Arya?
Yeah, it looks like it, right?
It's an old backup that searches a Warrior of Light on an X-Burst.
I mean,
Yep, Steve's calling it out. Why on earth did he attack with the Une?
that was my very question. And now he's not going to get the summon when the Shantato comes down. And you are right, it was an Aria.
There it is.
Search for a job Warrior Light, add it to hand.
Hey, I know cards. I know what Toto does. Nukes the board, and he can't even tag the Cecil out because whatever he plays is going to get nuked as well.
Yeah, and also the fact again, he tapped that Une, doesn't get the extra summon off of it. Probably a misplay there by Sammy.
So on a scale of 1 to 10 on the Toto meter, where is that in terms of board wipes?
I like it. I'm going to give it a solid 8.5.
That's not bad. It's
Yeah,
not bad.
I mean, he took out 3 powerful forwards, stopping more summons coming back.
And he stopped the Cecil loop as well.
Exactly.
Here's the main man.
Shinryu searches, gets some stuff, and it's the Warrior Light.
That's a good shout, actually. Sacking the Cecil, failing the search.
Was it something that they actually put up as like an errata though, or something that they said that you couldn't fail that search? I'm not quite sure on that one. I know there was some discussion around cards like that recently, but okay, so Dale, what does he have? So we've got a Kuseth, we've got a Bash,
He's got a Faris.
and an Amat.
He's on damage 3, so the Faris will search. We know Sammy has a wall in hand. And that's definitely going to be his play next turn. Dale has the Amat, but he has
okay.
no way of following the damage up.
Yeah, and there's clarification, Steve. Appreciate that. So you can fail search, but you can't fail search a card, which is quite nice.
Oh,
Yeah.
the more you know. So there's the Faris. So he's going to go digging. Faris, of course, on damage 3, searches a Warrior of Light. He will also get a K ping plus a 3K ping into that Shimmy. So the Shimmy's taken 4K. I love this Faris. This is one of my favourite cards.
It's a fire card, of course you love it.
It's also a pirate.
So it is.
And for those of you that may have seen the spoilers for next set, there may be more pirates incoming.
Yeah. Oh, okay. So we're going with a Warrior Light, a true Warrior of Light here.
Yep. Tyro and Toto, of course, being able to tap for anything means that is a fair Warrior of Light.
So does Sammy have S effect for next turn? We know that the Warrior Light can finish off the Shinryu here. If Dale doesn't do that, that could be a mistake.
The Warrior of Light can finish off the Shinryu because the Faris, as I just said, has taken a K and then 3K. So that Shinryu is only sitting on 5K health. It can die. It's whether Dale has clocked it or not.
Yeah.
Oh, he's giving it haste.
Okay, so he's going to try and finish it that way.
Yep.
Give the double damage. Oh.
This dragon, stack the wall, stack the wall, stack the wall,
stack the wall, come
stack
on.
the wall, stack the wall,
Stack the wall.
stack the wall, please stack the wall, please stack the wall.
He's not going to stack the wall.
Oh
no! So, putting Sammy to 6.
I'm not wrong there. If he stacks the wall,
Yeah,
that
because
Shimyu
he's taken-
dies because he's already taken 4k.
Because he did it on the initial entry, right? So that's 4k on entry. Yeah, the 5 would have been enough.
Yeah. He had it. Oh, Dale.
To be honest, though, I think it's fine. If Sammy wants to spend the next turn S-effecting, I think we're okay.
I mean, he did also hit a Kusith as his 6th damage.
I mean, he hit the X bursts and an EX stack. Who knew?
But he can also respond with a wall of his own now.
Yeah. I think it's fine, though. So basically, it would have Steve done 8k on the attack, but it looks as if with the Mist Dragon he kept the Shinryu alive.
No, so Faris attacks, deals a K to the board. You get 3k pings off the Faris because Wall and Faris get pinged.
But it's only 8k then.
But the 4k on top already. So, Sammy Mist Dragons on top to prevent the Wall from dying to the Faris ping. But what Dale could have done is stacked his own Wall ping on top of that Mist Dragon, and that Shimyu is dead.
So Sammy paying as Lulu, Dale having absolutely none of that, wants to try and kill it.
Yeah.
Although he's picked up the Wall there, what have I missed?
Wall dead?
Unless he did target the Wall. Colour me confused there.
He's getting the Mist Dragon back off the Lulu, but he can't cast it, so I think that's the only other. He's only got one other card in hand.
Yeah, I'm not sure why the Warrior.
Ah, thanks, Jacob. Ami plus Wall ping. Yep, you got it. You got it.
Okay. Oh, could we be seeing round 5 here?
I mean, if Faris and Wall survive, that's another 7k damage available to him. That being said, they're sitting down there, so I'm assuming they got frozen, which I didn't expect in this matchup.
Don't think so.
So apparently, you are now watching an episode of Chicago MD. That is what we want to see. Refia. So we pulled Refia up earlier, but for those of you that don't remember from last time, we needed 4 walls. We have 4 walls this time.
That we do.
So we're going to activate cards, and then we can tap 4 to put a forward on top or bottom of the owner's deck, which is a very efficient way of dealing with the Shinryu that we're staring down. Yep. Stick it at the bottom.
Yeah. Then reactivate and just go swinging. Yeah, moves to the attack phase.
Activates, and this is G.
Yeah, just attack a wall, tap to break. The Lulu.
Ping, kill.
Yeah. I mean, you could have attacked first. Oh, I
And
guess
that
he did,
will do
so,
it.
yeah.
Dale wins. We are going around 5, guys.
Yeah.
Don't go anywhere.
That's fine. Okay, let's quickly go get Dale over it.
And we're back again with the winner of that round, Dale, piloting Walls versus Walls. Do you know what? After watching that game, there were a lot of EX bursts you had to work your way through. How are you feeling after seeing those and being able to push through and come through with the win?
Can I guess? Maybe slightly violated?
Yeah, I felt very violated, especially since I was sat there with 1 to 2 backups for such a long time, and I was like, there's no way I'm coming back from this. There's no way. But speaking to Sammy after it, and it was exactly as I thought. Like he played against me as though I only had 1 Shantoku, and I was like, the moment he tapped Arune down, I was like, I'm doing it.
The whole chat calls it out. The moment the Une was tapped, that was GG right there.
Because I was like, right, you can pull him back. I can risk him having one in his hand, that's fine, that's just kind of how cards work, right? But if the Unai's up, he's guaranteed one, right? So, yeah, I was just kind of like, okay, let's go all in.
Well, this is it. And then obviously looking at Sammy's deck, he's playing a wall pile, and abusing Warrior of Light wall pile has been the traditional way of doing it. But you've actually gone the pure Warrior of Light route. How have you found this?
I mean, it's won every game tonight convincingly, like so. Well, I say convincing. That one wasn't so convincing just now. That was kind of like skin of my teeth kind of moment. But they're just good cards. Like once you get them going, like I really despise the backup package that comes with it.
Luneth is one of my pet peeves.
It's
Why
just-
that card is backup.
It just doesn't do it. Like there isn't any backup search. Like you just kind of rely on drawing it with the cards. Like obviously Bash is a good card because it forces the backup search. Hence the 3 of Bash in there.
Well, we noticed that in your starting hand you had 1 or 2 Sarah FFLs, and we were wondering why you didn't just play 1,
Because
2,
I was
1.
going to play it, and I was like, you know what, I never play WoL 2 in 1. Let's just do it and see if I can get some 2-cost backups. Because I can keep the Sarah FFLs in my hand, right? And I'll just, worry about it. Let's play this. If I get a 2-drop, I'll play a 2-drop as well, and I'll start like ramping that way. I was just playing a risky game.
Well, what set is that wall from? Go on, off the top of your head.
7?
And it still sees
Is it
play.
7?
I don't know, but I know it's old, and it
I might
still
be right.
sees play to this day. How have you found it tonight in other matchups, especially ones where does it need to go to the break zone to get the 3 cost back?
Yeah.
So some of those more tricky matchups.
I mean, like, you know, tonight I've been able to play a Faris off and go to the break zone. I've been able to play a Refia from and go to the break zone. Both great cards, especially like Refia is an outstanding card. I love that card to bits. But it's been like one of the highlights of the day.
There was a play sort of kind of at the midpoint there. We missed dragons on the Shinryu to protect it.
Yeah, I knew this was coming up.
Why didn't you tap the wall?
I didn't think so. In my head, it was like, oh, instantly he's protected. No, I have a chance to kill. But big mistake. We see through them eventually. Hindsight.
If you still took the win, Sammy sucks. So.
Smoked him.
So it was a nice and easy one in the end, and you did really have to grind through it, which just goes to show the resilience of the deck. After playing through it tonight, are there any changes that you might be eyeing up to maybe tweak it looking forward?
There was someone I was looking at before coming down, and it was the 4-cost Earth backup that searches a Warrior of Light.
Oh god.
What was that called? Is there another Sarah card, Princess?
Yeah.
There's an EX burst as well.
Yeah, that's
Just like a one of
I know that-
another
one-
old school one. That is.
Yeah.
Like, very similar to Aria, which came up earlier, which is another old card, just a throwback.
Yeah, I mean the deck is like mainly old cards.
Well, and because it's Warrior of Light, I mean, obviously you talked about Faris, and Faris is a really good card. Did you ever consider the dual colour Faris, the
There's one
Firewall?
of them there.
There is,
There's
in
a
there.
one of them, yeah.
Yeah, there we go.
Are you actually running Shinryu in the deck as well? No.
You got Light Wall.
So the alternate one that we looked at was there's Light Wall in there, but there's also what's the forward that places the counters on it? Warrior of Light.
Oh, Lena.
Is that a Lena? Yeah, there's a Lena.
Yeah.
There's
Yeah.
Bryce counters or something like that.
So the other alternative was using that as well, but it felt too much. So I'd rather have just one of all in there and be happy that you can search it like at any point in the game anyway. So.
Alright, well, thank you very much. You got a round 5 to go play, so bring it on for the boys.
Yeah. Best of luck, Dale. I'm going to
you
catch
both.
you guys quickly.
Alright, we'll be back in a sec.